Welcome to Zero to Profits, the podcast where we help professional-based small business owners scale their businesses and increase their cash flow by at least $100,000 this year. I am Coach Mack, and in each episode, we will dive into the strategies, tools, and tips you need to turn your business into a cash-generating machine. Whether you are just starting out or already running your business, this podcast is here to provide you with actionable insights to boost your revenue, streamline your operations, and ultimately build the business of your dreams. In today's episode, we'll be laying the foundation for what it takes to grow your business and unlock the cash flow potential you didn't know you already had. So grab a notebook and let's get to this money. Welcome to the Zero to Profits podcast, where we have professional-based small business owners scale their businesses and increase their cash flow by at least $100,000. I'm Coach Mack, and today we're going to dive into a topic that can make or break your business. It's the message that you put out there to people so they know who you are. Why messaging, you ask? Okay, so just imagine this. You're at a networking event and somebody asks you, what do you do? You start to explain, but halfway through, you notice their eyes glazing over. Then you notice the half-cocked smile, and then they give you the handshake. They nod politely, but deep down, you know that they didn't get it and they didn't understand what you were talking about. So you'll kind of get replies back and they'll say some things like, oh, it's really nice to meet you. They'll shake your hand and then eventually they move on. Now, imagine a different scenario. You answer the same question, but this time their eyes light up and they'll say, that's exactly what I knew. Man, can we set up a call or go to lunch? I got all these problems I just want to unload on you. And man, can you help me? You see the difference between those two moments? That is your message. And today I'm going to show you how to craft one that's so powerful and it connects instantly and it'll turn heads and drive results. All right, so let me tell you about my client, Philip. Back in 2020, Philip quit his six-figure job and he started his own renovation business. When it came to scaling, Philip struggled in this because he kept getting called for handyman jobs and not these larger projects. The main reason why is because his messaging was all over the place. Like, for example, his website. He talked about the importance of floor plumbing on there. He talked about the type of floors you need. He even talked about 24-hour service and I can do all this work for you and how fast I can get it done and these unbeatable prices. And I'm like, okay, man, you're confusing people. I get it. If you're a small business owner, it is hard to get a customer to say yes when you first start. I totally get it, right? But here's the thing. When you think you're showing versatility, you're actually confusing your audience when you do that. Because in Philip's case, he was giving off handyman vibes. So that's what people are calling him for. Now, he works out to work with us, and we actually helped him refine his message. So we told him instead of saying I can do it all and I can do all these things, we told him to change his message and kind of target it up and make it a niche. So what he became was he said, look, now what I do is I help luxury owners improve their value by at least 35%. The result? Philip closed his business in 2024 with a little over $3 million in revenue. He's doing more per month now than he was doing in all of 2020. And the thing is, that's the result of the power of a clear message. It's like flipping a switch in your business. All right. So before we go into how to craft your message, let's first talk about why your message is important. Your message is the foundation of your marketing, your sales, and even your overall customer experience. So I want you to think of it this way. If you can't clearly explain what you do and why it matters, how can you expect your customers to understand it? I live by this principle when it comes to messaging. People do business with those they know, they like, and they trust. In order to build that trust, you have to have a clear message. A clear message builds trust. It attracts the right client. Again, I'm using that word attract, and it sets you apart from the competition. Now, on the flip side, a confusing message will cost you time, money, opportunities, and a whole lot of frustration. All right, so let's get to the money. Here are 4 steps that you can define your business message right now. Number 1, we need to know who our audience is. Who are you speaking to? In my case, it's professional-based small business owners who want to scale their business and boost cash flow. For you, it might be working moms, tech startups, or local homeowners, All I can tell you is the more specific your message, the better. Number two, you want to clarify a problem that you solve. Your business exists to solve a problem. What is that problem? Be crystal clear about the pain points that your clients face. In my instance, it's business owners that want to scale. They see their profit and loss statement. They see they have all this profit, but at the end of the month, they can't understand why they don't have money in their account. So what we do is we come in, which is number three, we articulate our solution. Our solution is I have an 11-point system that we come in and we implement, and it helps them increase their cash flow by $800,000. How does your product or service solve that problem? And what you got to do is you got to focus on benefits and not just features. My competitors, or in this case, I actually won't even call them competitors, but these are like other tax firms. There's some tax firms I hear, especially right around now. There are a lot of them are running ads. They're kind of doing all these Facebook posts and LinkedIn posts and TikTok posts. They're just kind of giving out tax credits, right? Specializing in, hey, we can get you back all these different refunds and stuff. And all that stuff is great. But again, how does that product or service help me solve my problem? Right? Because if you're giving out a refund and somebody else is over here saying they can give out a refund, and then somebody else over here says they can get out a refund, and then a third person get a refund, and then they walk into Walmart or they walk into Target, and then they got all these Jackson Hewitt or H&R Block people sitting up there, and they can promise the same thing, but then all they're going to do is just choose a service based on price, which means you're now competing for the bottom. You're basically competing for a bottom-based business, and that's not what I want to be. That's not what I want to do from in my life, and that's not what my firm is. So I'm telling you, if you want to grow your business past 500,000 up to 1 million, you have to focus on benefits, not just the features. Now, number four, you also have to highlight your transformation. Highlight the transformation. Give them a picture of what success looked like after working with you. Why are these people coming? What's that journey that you're communicating? Where are you going to take them from zero to $100,000 in cash flow? That's what we're doing. What is it that you're going to communicate, right? How will their life or their business be better? What is it that they're going to be able to accomplish? If you can do those things, your business will grow. Okay. So now we have talked about messaging. We've talked about what messaging is. We've talked about why is it important. We've even talked about how to actually change your messaging to start getting clients attracted to you. Now, this is where I'm going to tell you about the benefits of clear messaging. When your messaging is clear, here are the things that you can expect. So, number one, you can expect better customer or client alignment. I'm going to use this word attraction again. And why the reason why I use the word attraction and the reason why it's so important is when your messaging is right, you don't have to go find clients. Clients are attracted to you. You will attract the right clients and the ones who will value what you offer when your messaging is clear and it solves a pain point of theirs. In addition to that, immediately what you would have is as clients come to you, your sales will increase, your business will grow. Clear message makes it easier for potential clients to say yes. There's no stress. There's no pressure selling. You don't have to do cold calling. You don't have to do any of this crazy clothes that some of these, rip off coaches out here are telling people. You don't have to do any of that. If you can communicate your message and that message gives your client value and it solves a pain point, immediately they will say yes. As long as your price isn't outrageous, say yes. I have 13 years of proof of it. In addition to that, you will have a stronger brand recognition. People will remember you and talk about your business because it is easy to understand. In addition to that, I would also tell others about it for you. That's how I built my business over the last 13 years. I haven't ran a Facebook ad or a TikTok ad. I don't do any of that crap. What I do is exactly what I'm telling you. I have the brand recognition, I have communicated value, basically, when people come to me, my message is clear. This is what we do. This is what we can help you solve. This is how we do it. As long as that meets what they're looking for and they say yes, and we provide that service, they'll tell others for you. Next thing it also does, it helps you save time and it also helps you make your costs more efficient. You will spend less time explaining yourself and more time on delivering value. When your message is clear, your engagements will run smoother, your jobs will run smoother, your contracts. You better get contracts that are very, very clear. Messaging is very, very, very important. Okay, so as I wrap up, I want you to remember this point. Your message is the starting point for everything you do in your business. It is how you connect with your audience, close sales, and ultimately grow your cash flow. Now, if you're enjoying the Zero to Profits podcast and you found value in today's episode, I need you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our future content. Also, I really do want to hear from you guys about the topics that matter to you as a business owner. So please leave a comment. Your feedback helps me shape future episodes. So let me know what you want to hear about next. I really want to thank you guys for tuning into the Zero to Profits podcast. Let's keep growing and scaling together. Until then, it's time.